Hey, hey, I think we're live. Let me just double check, right? You know, let's go to my channel. Go to my main channel page. I probably should have had that open up before then. Hey, we are live. Fantastic. So what up, everybody? Good afternoon. I am Magicide, of course. Why am I saying that? We're live streaming. Of course you know who the hell I am. We're going to play some Endless Legends today. We're going to be playing on the brand new expansion Inferno, which just released yesterday or the day before. Sometime very recently, the past couple days, whatever. I played around with it last night for about a good 6 hours straight because it's been a hot minute since I really gave Endless Legends a try. Which I have to say, I was playing Endless Legends right before I got done building my beastly of a new machine here. Yes, it is built, and I am kicking off today's stream in dedication to my new machine, right? I've already recorded some CK2 episodes, by the way. Those should be online later today, or at least one episode will be online later today after today's stream. But we are going to check out Amplitude Studios' 4X fantasy strategy game, Endless Legends. We're going to play with the new expansion Inferno, which introduced a whole new race and everything else. So let's see. You know what? First of all, let me pop out my chat here first, right? And then let's just need to adjust a few things. Since I rebuilt my computer, I did save all my settings and whatnot, but there are still a few things I need to adjust here. Let's see here. Pop out you. We could probably drop you down. Very good. Okay, and then we have our chat here. Don't really need it so large. Okay. Oop. Jesus Christ, man, that's fucking way too big. Yeah, there we go. No, dude, quit fucking doing that. There we go. All right, fantastic. All right, let us. I think we should be. Toggle timestamps. Oh, nope. God damn it. So we'll get started here in a moment. I swear. Okay, there's our chat. Okay, so we got our timestamps. We're good to go there. I just want to make sure that everything I have, like info-wise, I have available to me. Okay, so we have that. All right, anyways, let's play some Endless Legends. Let's stop dicking around here. So, for those that don't know this game, it's basically a 4X fantasy strategy title. It's been around since like 2014. It's a fantastic game. If you played Civilization 5, this game will become basically second nature to you, or at least a lot of the mechanics in it. There are a few things that are unique to the Endless Legend game itself, comparatively to Civ 5, I should say. It doesn't have as many civs. Actually, that's one of my major criticisms of this game, is that I really think that it needs a hell of a lot more civilizations. There's just not enough. I feel like that there's only limited replayability with this game because there's only so many people to choose from, which is disappointing. However, I don't want to say that, you know, a few days after Amplitude actually publishes a new expansion that, you know, introduces a new race and whatnot, because they're actually fulfilling that. But anyways, let's jump in here. We got to do a few, let's see here. I already adjusted all the audio. So we're going to play as a new game. We're going to be playing as the new race, the Kapaku. Okay, we are going to play as normal, right? Because personally, I'm a dedicated Emperor difficulty level, you know, as far as Civ 5 goes. But for Endless Legends, I haven't dumped in enough time into this game to really go up to a higher difficulty. We are going to be achievement hunting, so you'll probably see a whole bunch of those pop-ups. We will go, let's see here, difficulty is normal. You know, the game speed, I'm going to go to slow. Not to really draw it out, but I really like playing on epic speed in Civ 5. And besides, like, I feel like, you know, in this game, you only get so long with your units before you actually have to upgrade them. I always hate to do it. Advanced settings. Encounter sequence. So what is this? Determines the frequency of targeting orders during battle. Every 2 rounds. Okay, so I've basically, for the victory conditions, we're going to leave everything on except for Diplo and Supremacy. Simply because I've already got the achievements for those. I don't really need to do them. The miscellaneous... everything else looks pretty good. Let's see here. For the world map size, So we're going to do land percentage. We're going to keep that all the way down. We're going to have one continent. We're going to actually have a water map, and the reason why is because the previous expansion for Endless Legend, which was Tempest, introduced the Mogwar. Really need to make use of the water mechanics, so we're going to do that. I am going to keep the topography pretty fucking random. And then the world difficulty, we're going to do a spread. We're going to do rare strategic resources and rare luxury resources. Definitely limited resources. That's the way I normally play in Civ 5 anyways. This game is a bit different from Civ 5 because every era or every epoch or whatever else you want to call it has its own strategic resources, and those strategic resources are needed to build that era's like buildings and things. So it's different from Civ 5 in that regard. Having rare strategic resources definitely puts a damper on things because then we're not going to have access to certain buildings. I mean, that's just the way it goes. I like to play that way. I do normally like to play with hard minor faction difficulty, but I think to kind of ease us into this process, we're gonna leave that as normal. So everything else is pretty self-explanatory, right? I think there is a seed option in this game, if I'm not mistaken, right? I could have swore there was a world generation seed. Okay, so as soon as I get my seed number, I will share that with you guys if you guys want to play along with the map that I'm doing. Just don't spoil anything for me, please. I like the actual exploration phase. I think we're gonna do. Why don't we do a large-sized world map, and then we'll do. Yeah, we'll do 5. And you know what? You can be pink. Yeah, I think we'll do 5. You know what? You can also be like teal. There we go. Or aquamarine, light blue. Like that. We are going to be playing as the Kapaku. Everybody else is random. Let's do it to it. You know, it's kind of disappointing. I really wanted to start off as the cultist because I'm a really big fan of the whole one city, the one city challenge. Really nice. So I'm going to do my best to read through all of the quests. Not all of them, or at least the main quest line. Just to FYI to everybody out there that is doesn't really want me to scroll too fast through all the text and everything. We will get a beginning cinematic here, and if the webcam gets in the way, we'll move it, or if there's audio adjustments, I think we should be good to go. But if there are, if it's a little too loud or a little too quiet, just let me know and we'll adjust it. And also, I do plan on doing like a kind of a hybrid thing, kind of a disclaimer, you know, where I'm going to be basically live streaming some of it and doing regular non-live Let's Play videos on it. So if you're looking at this, looking forward to it being just a live stream series, you know, I can't really strictly do it because I'm going to be going out of town here soon for a while. And, you know, I'm obviously not going to be able to live stream all of that. I'm going to have to make regular old episodes. Finally got into the 21st century. Got all of my data on some solid state drives, which would make, or definitely improves the loading time for a lot of these games. So without further ado,
our world was a paradise of ash and fire until the gods brought their doom upon us. Even with our golems, our ingenuity, we were no match for their power. Broken and scattered, we would have perished if not for our saviors. They brought us to this world, gave us a new purpose. And new powers to make it ours. And we will make it ours. No matter the sacrifice.
And there we have it. So the basic gist of this game is that we're on this planet called Auriga, And some of the other civilizations aren't native to the planet. They either came here as exiles, or they came here like the Kapaku, basically, from the this ancient race known as the Endless. So here we go. Survivors of the decimation of their own world, the Kapaku have slumbered for centuries as they cross the stars. Emerging into Auriga's horrifying, vibrant, and green lands, they have a single aim: to recreate their old world of ash and lava. Right. Okay, so let's dismiss that. Let's talk about a few things here in our game. First of all, you have 2 buttons down here. One of them actually gives you the tile yields, but the way Amplitude Studios did it to basically differentiate themselves from Civilization 5 was to make it compact and messy looking like this. So we're not going to keep that on. We will turn it on, you know, when we need to. We will turn on the grid, however. So let's take a look at our Civ, right? We are born of ash, so we can only see, gather, or use food on volcanic terrains, and we will talk about this. The Kapaku are kind of like the Zerg in this game to some extent, in the context that they have to like basically build. They don't have to build on top of like their own like special tiles, but they have to like convert those tiles into like a volcanic, or you know, this decimated like landscape for in order for them to like actually get food out of it. So that's really important. Let's see here. Some of this other stuff during clip. So this is the new mechanic in Inferno, is that we're going to have these dust eclipses. We'll talk about that when we get there. Let's see here. Science received on successful ruin search. Okay, so we'll be able to get some of that. In summer, upcoming dust eclipses. All right. So down here, this is the new mechanic. This is the dust eclipse. Since we are in tune with that, like we'll have the countdown. So we have 15 turns until this dust eclipse. Over here is the winter. We'll never actually have the actual number of turns. It will be until the next winter, but it'll give us this range, so 10 to 40 turns. So you're assuming that it's got to be more than 15, because you'll never have a winter and a this dust eclipse at the same time, or at least I have never encountered one yet. Let's see here. Stargazers, volcanic formation. Okay, so we can do this volcano forming device. Basically, it's this right here, and basically the way it works is that we take our strategic resources. I think it uses 5 per. You click on the strategic resource, and it'll turn into one of these things. And then one of your units will actually go out there and make them. It's kind of similar to, I'm trying to think of, I think the Arden Mages, because they have those towers that they build. They're kind of similar to that. So we got the Golem Caps. Siege engineer, yeah, I don't need to look at the rest of the stuff. Anyways, let us, first of all, the thing I always like to do first is take a look at our hero. So you got inner fire, takes no damage from lava flows, extra damage from volcanic tiles. Okay, what's really nice is that they actually deck out the heroes in all of the armor. I'm pretty sure when I was playing before they released this expansion, they didn't do this. All these slots were open. I mean, except unless you had a two-handed weapon. But like your armor and your helmet and everything, it was left open. So we don't have to worry about that. It's good that Amplitude, I think, fixed that. So we're going to give them some accessories. So she'll get additional movement. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman. Whatever. We don't have the money to do it. That's right, because we just started, duh. But we do want to actually improve these guys. So you got Infantry Slayer, that's good. Give you some armor and some boots. Their movement is 4, which is pretty good. I think we're going to go with the improved vision and smart sense. And then we'll adjust it if we need it to actually give them a little bit more movement. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to zoom out. So the way that this game works as compared to, say, Civ 5 is that Civ 6 actually took a lot of pointers from this game, and that's why you get, like, districts and stuff. The way it works is that whenever you found your city, you end up controlling the entire region. So this Terreal, this entire area is going to be ours, and whatever luxury and strategic resources that are in this, you'll have access to. You just need the applicable and corresponding technology to build the extractor building or whatever. That's the way it works. And if you see these like little icons here, so first of all, the cracks here, this is new. This is new to specific to our race, but I think these tiles can still appear in regular games anyways. But basically, it's barren soil. This is what we're going to be able to extract food resources from. And then if you see this like little bush fan looking thing, these are anomalies. And basically they're like unique supercharged tiles. I mean, they just give you different yields. So, for instance, this one is a geothermal pit, and if you take a look at the modifiers, which you can't see because I've got the webcam in the way. Let's actually move that. Where do we move the webcam? I suppose we could put it up here. Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we shrink it down a little bit? Perfect. I think that'll work. Actually, I think down here is probably perfect because some of these other shits, the other text boxes are quite large. So anyways, okay, so geothermal pits here, you can tell what it actually gives you. So the total output is going to be 1 food, 4 industry production, 4 science, then 2 dust. Dust is gold in this game, by the way. Let us, first of all, we got a whole bunch of anomalies over here. Looks like we don't have any sea access yet. So food. This one's production heavy. That one's got a lot of production. So I'm thinking about actually settling right here. We also have, this is our minor faction. That's going to be the Dogreshi. And the Dogreshi are garbage. So we're going to detach our settler. Okay. If we can, please. And we'll talk about the minor factions as we kind of move along here. But every minor faction gives you a boost when you actually assimilate them, or excuse me, when you pacify them and then you assimilate them. They will give you their like unique bonus here. So this one gives us 0.5 resource per pacified village. That wouldn't be so bad if there were additional Dogreshi over here. The way it works is, so there's one of these minor faction towns. Like, let's say there was a second Dogreshi village, like over here, and we pacified these guys, we'd pacify all of them in our region. And then they stack, their bonuses stack. So if we have 2 of these guys, or 2 of these villages, and we pacified them and assimilated them, we would have 1. Instead of the 0.5 it gives you. Oh, we can't get it in the screen. Instead of the 0.5, we'd get 1. Okay, so we found our city. What's our city called? So your city name will be named after the region that it's found in. Okay. Although I think if I'm not mistaken, we can still change it. Yeah, we'll change it later. I'll think of something clever. Trust me, I have a few good ideas in mind. Okay. So this is what's called the FIDSI. So FIDSI stands for Food Production. Let's hear food, industry, science. I forget what the D stands for. Dust, and then food, industry, dust, science, influence. So the little star here is influence, and then we will be gathering influence and be able to change our empire plans. And this is how you're going to need these points here to actually, you know, declare war and whatnot. Right now, we're just going to be concentrating on growing people. This right here is basically our happiness meter. And then this is new, I swear to God. I don't remember seeing this previous to Inferno. I think they just added this in. Let's see here. We need new research. Okay, so we start off with the Alchemist Furnace and Topography. I always start with Search Party because this is gonna like basically increase our odds of actually getting something from the goodie huts, and also it'll increase the 5% odds to get like an event, whatnot. So we're gonna go for that first, and then we're gonna queue up Language Square, which gives us the option to parlay with the minor factions, and that'll allow us to assimilate them and whatnot. Okay. Now, as far as our actual units go, we have our hero and these 2 dudes. We can retrofit them. We should probably do that. Or at least retrofit the 1. No, yeah, just the 1. Okay, so we're gonna split them up. Oops. It looks like we're actually spawned on the continent itself. We're gonna have you go over here. And then this man here, take him to go up north. Okay, so we've discovered the boss. I don't know how you pronounce that. Boss? I think it's Boz. Something like that. We've also encountered the Kazanji. So personally, I like the Haunts and the Delvers. The Delvers give you science, and the Haunts are just awesome because they have chain lightning. Let's see here. You have no more movement. Is there anything else I need to worry about? We could increase this. We need to build. So we're making pretty good money here. I'm thinking, let's go for the science boost, like, right now. Normally, you probably want to start off with a Founders Memorial, but I'm going to start off with the Center for Mineralogy. So we have 4 tiles that produce science. So that would actually absolutely be worth our time. And then as soon as we get some more money, which we're not going to have for a while, we'll upgrade our guy. We'll actually equip her with some accessories. So here's our new faction quest. From the Journal of Custodium Actil. Ash buries all in time, but still we mark the pages and pass down the stories before all-consuming fire comes. Auriga frightens, vast sparkling blue oceans, crisp green plains, snowy wildernesses, a sickening panorama not unlike the hellscape the machines made of our world. 12 and 5 births have we witnessed, cowering and huddling in the shadow of the Endless's great vessel that carried us to this world. Why they saved us, I know not. Time untold, we slumbered in the cold crypts, held in dreamless sleeps by strange machines beyond our understanding. Too long, I fear. If Overseer Elois knows more of this world, it doesn't say. For all it's done for the Kapaku, the thing unsettles me. Ancient living brain entombed in a walking coffin, at once magnificent and macabre. I often spy it in kindled conference with custodian Tua, but she never shares what they speak. More qualms. Her name would be last on my lips as one to succumb to fanaticism. Her mind a grindstone, pragmatic and tenacious. But I confess, the burning reverence for the endless that has sparked among my kin disturbs me. Yes, they saved us, but as we Kapaku say, only the flame gives us warmth freely. For now, I must put these doubts aside. The time has come to strike out from our Savior's cradle. We will take Auriga. One day, basalt plains will stretch as far as the eye can see. Great volcanoes will loom from the cracked earth, and the sickening blue of its seas will have turned to the chromed yellow and green I still remember. It is our light. It is our right the Endless have promised us, and given us the tools to make it so. The Magma Council are agreed. Okay, so our new objective is basically the volcano formation machines are powered by strategic resources. Make sure we have 5 units of any single strategic resource stockpiled while ending your turn, and then we will be awarded with 10 Quicksilver. Quicksilver is a luxury resource. And the way luxury resources work in this game is that you can activate them to get a boost. So for instance, if we activated it, it would give us plus 100% XP experience points on our units and plus 10 approval on our cities. Okay, very well. That's our new quest. So like I said, I'm not going to be sitting there reading all of these, all of the quest lines, just the major faction stuff. Okay, I think we could probably start moving you. I want to start seeing what's in our adjacent provinces, because it looks like we have titanium over here, which is great. That's going to be our first tier strategic resource. Yes, it's going to be glass, steel, and titanium, right? Okay, I suppose what I could do, since it's still early enough, is we could unassign this hero, right? Oh wait, did I really want to do that? I think I did that backwards. Create an army on city. There you go. There we go. I really didn't have to do it that way. Could have just, I think I actually removed him, her. I would say remove it from my army and just move him around. Okay, so you still have a little bit of movement here. So these little temples here, these are your goodie huts, and whenever they're glowing like kind of this orange yellow color, means you can explore them. But we're gonna wait until we get this search party technology, so we have higher odds of actually getting something good from the goodie hut. And I think that's everything. These little buttons down here will tell you if we have anybody that needs to be moved that hasn't. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm playing on the most recent patch, which is 1.6.2 S3. I'm assuming that Amplitude will produce like some sort of like hotfix or balancing patch sometime soon, like they usually do. Okay, so we got our first neighbor over here, the green guy. We also found the haunts. Okay. We could have the, well, we will have the option to speak with them, to actually parlay with them once we build our language square, once we actually have access to the technology. Okay, wow, this entire area over here is all volcano shit. So this seems like a natural area for us to set up our second city. The problem is that I'm not sure it has any resources attached to it. Okay, so we found the Ursas. We have one really huge province here. I think we should probably explore the rest of it and see if there's any see if it yields anything else. I'm absolutely going to end up having to find another city up here, I think. It's a natural expansion place, and it's got sea access, but I really want to like continue to come up here and kind of see what else this place has to offer. Okay. God damn, this is taking forever. We should also get our titanium extractor. I also need more people. Grow, damn you! I've been meaning to play this game for a while, but like I've said in the past many times, that I've just been so goddamn burnt out on playing 4X. It's only been recently that I've been really in the mood to play some. Okay, so again, the way this game works as compared to, say, like a Civilization is that you always have access to their borders. Like, you actually have to physically close your borders to them. Also, we start off in what's called a Cold War. And basically, we can actually attack their armies and whatnot. We can't attack their cities without declaring war, but we can attack their roving armies. But that obviously will affect your relationship with them, so they will start to get pissed off. We won't actually discover these guys until we see their units or their city, which we just did. We found the Wind Wakers. Wind Wakers. Why do I think of Zelda? So they don't care about us. We don't have enough influence to do anything. So we'll just kind of let them be. This is going to be really interesting because it's going to allow me to find out if I can actually use our volcano formers on somebody else's territory. I'm really curious about that. So, give a little bit of a wide berth to their city because they can attack us as well, and we only have our one unit here. You can retreat from battles, but you do take damage when you retreat, so it's kind of the one caveat to doing it. Okay, so we got Kazanji. Wow. Wowzers. I am definitely a 4X tall player. I don't really like playing wide. And while I would like to actually grow my city here, I think I play like I play. I play very production and science heavy. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's see here. We got some more people, right? Let's come over here. And then we'll talk about actually upgrading cities, because this is... I actually haven't played Civ 6, so I don't know how much Firaxis has pretty much copied from Endless Legend. But it doesn't work like it does in Civ 5, so we'll get into that in a moment when we actually have access to it. Taking a little bit longer than I wanted it to, because Search Party was taking its sweet-ass time to be researched. Because we don't have enough people here. We don't have anybody on the actual science output here to actually give us more. So we may end up lagging behind in science a little bit here to begin with, but we'll soon start eclipsing people. Since we're gonna have search party in one turn, we might as well start walking towards these ruins. Okay, and if you look at the terrain itself, you can see these, if we zoom out just a little bit, here we go. You can see the different elevations and whatnot, so obviously the terrain is going to create these like little plateaus and buttes. Actually, this is more of a butte, because a butte is basically a mesa that's wider at its base than it is tall. And I know that from all of my work down in the Southwest, of course. But basically what I was trying to say is that the terrain will create these natural like choke points and whatnot. So if we really wanted to defend from somebody from the south, they only have really these 3 different ways to go. So I think we're gonna let you rest right there. Move you up 1. Wow. Holy Jesus Christ. I think we should start working on our first settler, like right away. We'll wait for the actual Center for Mineralogy, so we get our science boost. And then we'll end our turn here. So we got 7 turns until we get our language square, which will allow us to start talking to the minor factions here. Okay, let's explore this guy. So we get some, this is new, by the way, with Inferno. Not only do you get dust rewards, but now you get science rewards. I don't know if that's specific to the Kapaku, or if that's just a general reward now. Okay, well, kind of scope out the rest of this place. This is pretty dead sexy. We got some sea access here, and we have these 2 anomalies. It's all food and production. Also, we have a river over here. Oh, excuse me. So this would normally be a river, but it's actually a lava flow, which acts like a river for us. But it does have lava swirls and Caldera Lake, lava chimneys. We have a lava guys out here. Wow, right here. The problem is with setting up a town here is that I'm pretty sure the volcano doesn't do shit for us. So it kind of... The reason why I'm saying like planting a city right here is because we'd have both of these anomalies like right off the bat, but would lose a spot because of the volcano. And if we plopped a city here, we're going to lose these other tiles. I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet here and take this spot right here and just lose the one space. That's fine. It's gonna be a while before we're able to build or get access to our settler anyway. So kind of almost conjecture at this point. Nice. We get gold. Gold is another luxury resource. Also, so we should probably talk about this. There's a lot of things to talk about in this game. I'm assuming that most of you people out there that are watching this probably either have little to no experience with the game. I think that that's probably a fair assumption to make. So there are wonders in this game, only they're not called wonders. They're called just legendary buildings. Every era, these are your eras here. You have these sidebars here. These are your legendary feats, we'll call them, because it's not just buildings. This little icon here means it's a building, right? This is an expansion. It's a legendary building. Basically, what we need to build this is we need 5 titanium and 5 glass steel. We don't have access to glass steel yet, so we're not going to be able to build that. This is a legendary deed. We have to be the first to activate 4 luxury resources boosters. Right now, we produce 1. And I think you need to have 5 luxury resources to be able to use them as a booster, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 5. What else? What was the 3rd one? Here's another legendary deed. Be the first to pacify 8 villages. So if we really wanted to complete that deed, we're going to need our language square like lickety-split here. And unfortunately, our Center for Mineralogy is going to be done at the same time that the technology is going to be done. Bummer, dude. Okay, let's zoom out. So I suppose we could finished exploring this like little peninsula area. Nice. Get another goody hut here. You also really want to pay attention to these goody huts. They're not all the same, right? So this one is temple ruins. This one's a temple ruins. Unspoiled ruins. You have to pay attention to those. I actually lost a quest in my game last night because I went to the wrong ruins. And sometimes you can get quests from them. Our new objective is to produce 40 industry in one of your cities for 10 turns. And it has to be 10 consecutive turns if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Amplitude, you guys might want to like actually work on your objectives and some of these, the actual text for the objectives, because it would be really nice to find out if this was 10 turns consecutive turns or if it's just 10 turns total. Meaning that if I say on turn 1 produce 41 industry and then turn 2 produce 39 industry, does the first day still count or does it have to reset because it's not consecutive? It'd be nice to know that. Really handy. Not even a quality of life change. It's just totally something that should have been in there in the first place. Just FYI. And yes, because I'm a cynical bastard, you guys will hear my kind of my negative criticisms of the game throughout the game. And we'll get into that. So we have found nothing there. That's disappointing. We do have another one up here, but we do have their army. They will attack us. I'm guaranteeing you. We're getting pretty close to them. Nice. So we got 5 titanium and a little bit of science. So we actually have enough right now to actually get our first volcano former, but I don't think we really need to do that unless I really wanted to test it out on the Wind Wakers, and I kind of don't want to waste it. Okay, nice. We get a little bit of money, some science. I think I may be able to adjust you finally. Hey, Amplitude, you want to know like a really good quality of life feature? Is if you guys actually put the cost of equipping these individual items like on the tooltip, on this like little item card here. I don't want to have to like equip everything just to find out what it's going to cost. That's stupid. We're going to equip our accessories here. Your different gear here, right? You'll get the different tiers as you unlock new technology, but you'll have the option to upgrade your basic equipment every time you get into a new era. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the way it works is that you actually have to level up your character to use that era's specific tier gear, if that makes sense, right? So since we're in Era 1, we have Era 1 armor. But like, let's assume that we got to Era 2 and it has not gained level 2. I don't know if it can actually equip tier 2 gear or not. I guess we will find out, but we're already almost halfway to gaining level 2. Oh, you need to save that. Apply. And the way it works when you upgrade your heroes, by the way, is when you put new armor or new gear on them, you're going to have the equipment cost. If you don't have the equipment cost right then and there, you can't upgrade them. And you have to do it in your own territory. There is no retrofit option. So for instance, if you upgrade your regular peons, like these guys, I think these guys right over here. So I've upgraded them like their actual templates, but I can't actually upgrade them. I can't retrofit them unless they're in my own territory. And obviously I can pay the cost. A lot of talking, a lot of explanation. Too much goddamn expository dialogue. Our long journey beneath the stars is over, and now it is time to begin transforming Auriga into a fiery paradise. First, though, we need materials to power the Endless's terraformation machines. If you remember, the main quest here was to have 5 units of any single strategic resource, and we do. So we get the 10 Quicksilver, 1 more luxury resource to get that legendary deed. And that'll give us more titanium and some influence. Influence is really good because we're going to want to actually have an empire plan. And they are going to attack. The combat in this game is very interesting, very unique. But when we actually fight a battle that I think I can actually get away with, we will do this. But we're going to retreat for now. So as you can see, the health bar on this unit has went down because we retreated. Let's just try to get the fuck out of Dodge. I'm assuming that if we try retreating again, like if he wanted to troll me, he'll end up killing my unit. So I kind of don't want to go too far away. We are getting close to Language Square. I suppose what I could do is just keep my hero here to talk to the Kazanjis. Whenever you have a province like this, or a territory or a region that's got like multiple copies of the same minor faction, you only need to speak with them once for the quest. You don't have to go through each individual town. Okay, I think I'm really like to keep you there, but I'd also like to continue to explore. Okay, you're fine. God damn, this is taking for fucking ever. Cool, end our turn here. It's getting to be about that time where thinking about taking a quick break. I don't know how long we're going to be streaming this for, honestly. Quite a while, I'm hoping. Most of the day. I've got my docket's pretty clear. So you guys are pretty damaged. I still need to retrofit you, so maybe what I should do is... You know what? I think what I'm going to do... I'll actually move my hero up. I'm going to move those guys back down. My problem is in 3 turns we're going to get Language Square. And it's already going to take me so many movement points to just get through the forest, and they're on a hill. So why don't I just chill? So right now, we're in the summer period. The new period is going to be the Dust Eclipse, which is going to happen in 7 turns. And then, of course, there's going to be winter. And winter's bad. It takes away a lot of the tile yields and whatnot. I think it hurts some civilizations more than it hurts others, ostensibly. All right, let's come in here and take a look. Use a hero-led army in search of the location indicated on the map. We'll get 15 glasssteel. We need him. Okay, so we need to bring a hero-led army, which we have our hero here. Okay. Very well. We could also go check out this other goody hut on the way. Found nothing. And also, we're going to be right next to... So we found the Sertan. We're going to be right next to the bows. The Shimmy Doodah. Those guys. The minor mooks. Okay, let's go over to our temple here. Do a little bit more fog busting as well. So we gained a level. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with Indiana Bones. This is the way it works: is when your hero levels up, you got these 3 different paths you can go down to. They're pretty self-explanatory. They also have different levels. So this works just like Search Party. I'm actually gonna go for it. It's early enough in the game. And this hero here of mine, Makani Che II, we're gonna basically turn you kind of in a generalist, but I am gonna go down the class path here to get all these wonderful general bonuses. And you can equip their different gear, but you have to be in your own territory, obviously. So it did take, correct? No, it didn't. Right, because we didn't apply. Okay, dismiss that. Okay, so we have to use a hero-led army to search the next location. Okay, this is a special event chain. Basically, what it wants me to do is become this huge explorer type. So, show me the next one, and I'm sitting right next to it. Unfortunately, it's going to require my hero. Also, FYI to everybody out there that plays this game, you can search ruins twice if the ruins you are searching for is part of a quest chain. So, for instance, this ruin, it had like these like little lights, rays of light coming out of it. That means it was part of a quest, and that means that we did the quest. We fulfilled the requirements for it, but we can search it again because now it has the generic rewards for doing it. But we found nothing, so it means we rolled very poorly. We do have 2 more movements, which is going to be, or movement points, which will get us a little bit closer to these other minor factions. Okay, you guys can just about retrofit them. Why are we not making any money? So hero upkeep is going to be a problem. Kind of makes me wonder if I should have built this first. Because then we're going to basically have to take a person off of probably production and put them on dust. Which is not good. Still don't have a language square. It's quite unfortunate. We're going to keep you there. Okay, let's just end our turn. Okay, let us... I'm thinking... We're already hurting on money, so I think we'll get... We really need production, though. I have to go for Empire Mint first. And I think we'll do Mill Foundry next, because we could use the extra production. Okay, let's talk to these people here. So we have to make sure there is no enemy in the region called Jalarn. So we'll get pacification and some titanium. Okay. So basically, with this quest, we just need to make sure that there is no roaming armies here. Which is fine. Still don't have the money to retrofit you. As a matter of fact, we lost. Yeah, we're losing percentage. Colonize the region of Slick. We'll get some emeralds. And we were already planning on coming up here anyways. Fabulous. Okay, let's move you guys on up, and we'll talk to this other minor faction here. Tribe has informed you that their kidnapped brothers are somewhere in a nearby region called Tariel. Locate the right Dogreshi village, which has a marker on it, and destroy it. So it's the one right next to us. So we got to destroy these guys. So you see these rays of light? That's what I'm talking about. That means it's part of a quest. Okay. So first of all, let's talk to this one village. So those are bows. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This one region has 2 bows. We've already talked to the one, so it means we already have the shit. We are going to want to attack these guys. Let's see here. We did get another population. I think, as much as I hate to do this, I think we should probably put them on producing some dust. Because we're going to take a hit from this, the Center for Mineralogy. You know what? I think right now is a good time to save our game. We're going to do Kapaku. We'll call you just live stream. We'll save you. Okay, and I think I'm going to take a quick, short little break here. So I will be right back. See you in a few.